Yeah, Byron, I got an additional camera that's finally working. I'm like,
Oh, geez. How many cameras you need, man?
I got five, baby. You know, I got every tool on the command cam.
Yeah, I got one. That's enough.
Yeah, you got a flip phone.
Yeah, I sure do.
Oh,
uh,
In fact, where is it? There go my baby, right? Look at that. There you go.
Flip phone.
Woo!
Tell me that.
Woo!
Tell me that ain't so, man.
Yes,
Come
it
on.
is.
we're live.
Yes, it is.
Harbaugh expects to coach Michigan in 2023. All right, we're live, so I don't want to have dual sound. All righty. Where we at? How's my Zoom going? Okay, here we go. Let's get it on. Come on, Zoom. Oh man, what's going on? We are live, and I'm all messing this all up. All right, admit. Oh, we got some more people coming in. Hey, y'all got to get on here on time. Well, live. All right, well, I'm gonna have my camera on, have all this going on live out of Fort Lauderdale, Miami, and Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Welcome to Jersey Boys Sports Talk. Please remember to subscribe to on all your channels to the Sportscast on YouTube, on Facebook, on Spotify. Subscribe to us on all your channels. We have a podcast called the Jersey Boy Podcast. If you have an Apple phone, go to the little purple icon, hit podcast, look up Jersey Boys. You'll see a picture of Byron and me. Hit subscribe, hit notifications, both on YouTube, on there, and you can hear us. You could make a comment. You can make a comment after the show, and we'll always respond. Do either respond by video or respond live. Hey, listen, we're not always right, but we know our stuff. You're not always right. The art of sport is debate. So we have a pretty good crew. We don't know who else is joining today. So I will let you know what's going on there. Again, I'm excited. Today is January 5th, 2023. Happy New Year. Byron, again, this is the Jersey Boys Sportscast hosted by Byron Jones and Victor Arocho. Mr. Byron, Happy New Year. And how you doing today? We got some guests that I'll introduce in a few minutes. How you doing today, Byron? You had a good New Year?
Of course, I had a good New Year. It was 74 degrees around here. It was like a heat wave. I was like, whoa, I thought if I put some shorts on and just walk up and down the street, but I thought against that. That would have been a good idea.
That's why you people get sick up there.
Really,
Okay, you go from 75 to 40 to 30, and then I hate going into the store up there because the store still has heat. So it's 70 degrees outside. You walk into a store and they got the heat on.
Yeah, I forgot who I'm talking to. The world's softest ex-New Jersey guy.
Yeah,
Crybaby.
I am not soft. That's for sure. Yeah, now you're older than me, and you were a nice, just big guy. But I got my rep, and it still stands pretty good. Number one. Number two, the fact that my view is like ocean. I'm happy. So leave me alone. Don't be a hater.
Should I come back? Should I come back?
Hold on. I'm gonna get you a little bit. You can get a little bit, but we always go out. He always tell me I'm soft because I can live in shorts all year round in Fort Lauderdale. So I'm good.
No, yeah, as soon as it hits 50, you start crying, man.
No. That's not true. It's under 70.
Under 70.
All right. Well, we got a lot to talk about. So one, Giants are in the playoffs. Byron, listen to me. Think about it. 3 years ago, this is our third playoff season while we're having the Jersey Boys Sports Talk. And those first 2 years were miserable. And I'll tell you that I can't believe where we are. I'm happy. Even though I still picked them to be, win the conference every year, it was only because the conference was so bad it didn't matter. And I got a testimonial right now because we got a Commander fan on, and they were in the playoffs 2 years ago with a losing record. So, it was anybody's conference. So
wait a minute. I want to hear you just say one thing.
But
you know what it is?
I don't know what it is.
Daniel Jones is a star.
Okay, we're gonna talk. No. We're gonna get into that on the thing. I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and then you'll probably still be happy, but I'm not gonna just say it because you said to say it. So anyhow, let's welcome our guests. First of all, I want to welcome Kevin Tyree. No, says
Yeah,
okay,
Kevin Tyree.
All right, Kevin. Let me ask you, who's your team?
Miami Dolphins.
Oh, that's gonna be more fun. All right, good. We got some more fun there. Okay, and then I got my man who has his own show. Your show is on, and I was supposed to be on it, and then y'all canceled me out. But was it me or just the show, man? What's up with that? I got my boy Aaron, who has Aaron. Tell us a little bit about your show. But he's a Commander fan. I wanted him on. He's always welcome on our show. He's also got a show on the Sportscast. What's the name of your show again? I apologize because I'm trying to get all this going on.
Okay, Sports Talk 101.
That's it. Sports Talk 101. It's on Tuesdays, right?
Yep, Tuesdays at 9 Eastern.
Tuesdays at 9 Eastern.
No, okay. 10 Eastern. 10 Eastern.
10 Eastern. And so we got some things to talk about. I should have got Santiago to cut a clip about my feeling about the Commanders. So we're going to talk about that. Dolphins, we're gonna come back with Dolphins, but Kevin, we're gonna have to wait to that a little bit later because this is more. We're gonna get to the NFC East through, but we'll always talk about Dolphins because one, I'm hearing for a while now, and number two,
they give you a lot to talk about.
They got a lot to talk about, man. Let me tell you something, man.
So, give you material.
So I love having Dolphin fans. I love having all fans on, but we particularly like Dolphin, Jets. Who else, Byron, like we bother? Jets. Besides the NFC.
Denver Broncos.
Denver Broncos, John. That's right. And who else? And then we can go around whoever else is. But that's what we got there. So Aaron, thanks for joining us because I got some comments. I got some comments for you. I want to hear your take. And Byron, you're gonna remember what I said last. Was it last week or the week before? I think it was last week. Okay. So first, let's get into. Let me get. I have an outline because I'm a little bit more prepared than your average podcasters.
Daniel Jones is a star.
Yeah, that's not what my thing
Daniel
says.
Jones is a star.
I gotta move this away.
Come on, man. Say it. Say it with me. Daniel Jones is a star.
Hey, for those of you that know Italian, I apologize. For the ones on the phone on the podcast right now don't. So Byron, stop the Z. Go look it up. Okay.
I got an idea what that means.
So that's the beauty about it. Italian, it sounds nice.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, it sure does.
All right. So now let's get over here. Okay. So the Giants are the 6th seed and they clinched the playoffs, right? They clinched the playoffs with a win, which is exactly the position I wanted to be in, which is where we controlled our own destiny, right? And so that's number one. Number two, I will tell you that even though, look, Byron, you were a little worried about the Colts because you weren't really so confident.
I never said that. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Oh my God, Santiago, I'm done.
I was sure the Giants were going and they were going to take care of business. I don't know what you're talking about.
This is my 2023 promise to my fans that I will personally start pulling clips that I know he's going to deny and deflect from the week or 2 weeks before. So I'm going to snip them because don't underestimate the Colts. They got a good running thing. All that stuff. Okay.
No, I didn't.
Anyways, yes, you did. Okay, so bottom line is my point was that was a team that when we thought we would go 10-1, they needed to beat the Colts. Hands down or not hands down, I don't care, but they played a great game. And I will have to say, Daniel Jones played a fantastic game. So wait a second, let me finish. I'll go back to Daniel to give you a little bit there. Daniel Jones played a fantastic game. Saquon played like I said he would play. Okay. Let me tell you, that line blocked, bro. They were blocking downfield. Orlando Feliciano came back. Okay. They were blocking. I mean, from what I saw, the highlights, they were blocking. So Daniel Jones played a great game. I'm going to say it one more time, but I say something in between. His running, his decision-making, all of it was good, but I still feel that he did a couple plays. I'll go with our guests, a couple plays where he's not protecting himself. So I don't care what you got to say. He's got to protect himself. Every quarterback's got to protect himself. And I think there's times that he cannot afford with neck surgery. taking some of those hits. He did some good slides and some bad slides. You're 3 years in the league. You had neck surgery. You've had concussions. And if you want to be that star that Byron wants you to be, protect yourself.
You don't make a ground.
Go ahead, Byron.
I don't have anything to say, man. He's a star. That's it. Done. Done. Stick a fork in it. I don't need
I could keep going, but let me go around here. Okay, Kevin, give me a second here because I had asked Aaron earlier to join, so I wanted to get him.
No
Aaron, any comments on that piece? Tell me what you thought about the Giants game. The thoughts.
It was impressive. I mean, I think I picked them to win that one. My co-host probably went with the opposite. I don't know if I would call Daniel Jones a star, but he's impressed me occasionally. I mean, as you know, obviously as a Washington fan, I think it was the loss was the tie was still a loss. I wasn't big on that one. I have my own personal thoughts on the other game, but I don't call him a star. He's impressed on occasion. I still think the Giants need a better quarterback, in my opinion.
Okay, Kevin.
Killing
To
me.
be honest with you, I don't follow the Giants, but I do like the running style of Saquon. Yeah. But congratulations, your team made it, man. You know what I'm going through, so.
Yep. So we'll get into that. So a couple things, right? Daniel, look, first of all, the Giants, in the history of the Giants, it's not like we've had superstar quarterbacks. Okay, we've had star quarterbacks. Phil Simms was a star, right? And to me, my boy Eli, he's my man. I don't care what anybody got to say, what you got to say about him. 2 MVPs in the Super Bowl. That means the one day you came to play, you came to play. And he beat Brady twice.
Yes. I have a question for you, too.
Sure.
I'm not sure if this is true or not, but is it true that Eli only made the playoffs twice? And those are the 2 times they won the Super Bowl?
No.
That's not true?
I don't believe so, no. They've been in the playoffs and we lost. Yeah, we won the conference.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. No. We had a lot of winning seasons when Eli played.
A lot of losing ones too.
And we had some losing ones, but we got two Super Bowls.
Oh, yeah.
We won one as a wild card, winning in Green Bay away, winning. I mean, come on, think about what we did. What were we at 9 and
7, I think it was.
9 and 7, and we won.
Yeah,
beat
on
an
the road
undefeated team that people were betting thousands of dollars. So you can say whatever you got to say, but yeah, that's the deal, right? And you going on there. So that's the deal.
Eli Manning was a Super Bowl playoff 6 times.
That's not bad. 6 times in the playoffs. So he's 2-4. Meaning of the 6 times in the playoffs, 2 of them he won the Super Bowl. And he's 100%, 2 of the times he won the MVP. So that's you can say whatever you want. I'll take it.
That sounds like 25% of Tom Brady.
and it sounds 0% of Dan Marino.
He had to go there.
Remember, this is a sports show. This is a sports show, and I know sports. So 0% of Dan Marino. I'm sorry. How many times did Dan Marino make the playoffs?
That's a good question. I know he went to the Super
made it a
Bowl
lot
twice.
because he won.
He made it twice.
He only went to the Super Bowl once, first of all, and got
twice.
Nope, once got smoked by San Francisco.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Smoked.
I was a kid. I remember that.
He played 17 years there, and he went there once. So we'll come back to you over there. So 0% over there, 0 MVPs. So we go for MVPs in the Super Bowl. Because he was a great quarterback.
Dan Marino didn't win the MVPs?
No, he probably did, but he didn't win a Super Bowl MVP. To me, it was a Super Bowl MVP.
Oh, okay.
Dan Marino played in 18 playoff games, won 8, lost 10.
That's not good either. Okay. All right. So let's keep going back. We'll come back to Dolphins a little bit. All right. 18
is not good. 2-6. Go ahead, man. Sorry.
All right, we'll come back. We can get those in the thing. All right. So now I thought they played well all the way around. The defense played. Oh, he had a big six, baby. I mean, caught the ball. Let me tell you, the receivers all caught the ball. Byron, you got to admit though that not only is Daniel Jones, in my opinion, has progressively gotten better, but he would have even gotten his stats would even be better if all those drop passes weren't taking place.
Wait a minute. Daniel Jones has the worst group of wide receivers in the whole NFL. By far. Not even close. Not even close.
But last weekend, they caught the ball.
Yeah, because they put it right on him. He put it right in the middle of the number.
Dude, he's hit them in the hands and they dropped the ball. I mean, and then our defensive backs dropped the ball. The fact that we had a pick six, I was excited. Right?
Yeah, Landon Collins. That's the first time he's probably caught the ball, even when he played with the Washington team. That's probably the first interception since back then. He didn't have too many picks, Landon Collins.
No, he didn't.
The bottom line is they're in the playoffs. They're the number 6 seed. Okay, so I'm gonna move on from here. But here's the deal now, because this is like a Philly. This statement affects 2 other teams, right? It affects Philly and affects the Cowboys. Okay, what is that? The Giants are the 6th seed, win, lose, or draw on Sunday. No matter what, there's nothing they can do. They're the 6th number seed. Okay. So, are they going to play their players, rest their players? That's one. And then Byron, I'm going to go around the corner. 2, this is a must win for Philadelphia, because if Philadelphia loses and Cowboys win, Cowboys now become the NFC East champs, which the at least 3 of us on this thing don't want that to happen. I don't know how you feel about it, Kevin. But 4, I see. He doesn't like the Cowboys. Do you know, Kevin, we did a poll of the NFC East. Anyone who's not a Dallas fan, who's your most hated team? It's Dallas, 100%. So if you're in Philly, it didn't matter. So imagine we got a Dolphin fan that doesn't like Dallas. So it's a must-win for Philly. Doesn't matter to the Giants. It affects those teams. So Byron, obviously, first for you, what are the Giants going to do? Are we going to rest? We're going to play a little bit? I mean, go.
I don't know. I think I would play like maybe a half, just so they can still, have, to still keep things going. And because, they have to play Jalen Hurts probably the majority of the game. But if Wink Martindale does what he usually does and just blitzes like crazy, they're going to risk the chance of him maybe getting hurt, and he probably won't run, as much as he does. But if I was the Giants, I would rest the guys, because they do have people that are still a little banged up a little bit.
Gotcha. Aaron?
I agree. I'd rest them. I don't know, maybe if you go the full half, but definitely I would say I could see them doing like the first quarter, almost like a preseason type game, depending on the position, because you don't want to take that chance of somebody going down that you need, especially trying to make a run for you're in the playoffs. You don't want to risk that chance of losing a lineman or somebody on the defense, or Saquon or somebody that you need that's going to help you make that run to the Super Bowl.
Kevin?
I would say treat it like that that second preseason game. Maybe play like 3 series. Get them out of there, man. Because freak accident, that's it. You're done. Yep. Saquon Barkley or your guy Matt Jones. One of those guys get hurt. That's it, man. Done.
Well, Philly with barely a full team only lost to Dallas by 1 score, so they got a pretty good depth. Number 1. Yeah. Number 2, Jalen's got to get some reps in there. So I think that's going to be good. I think, this is one game that I hate to say it, but I'm rooting for the Giants not to win, just to come out safe, right? Number 1, because it doesn't matter what the position is. It really doesn't matter the record. I would rather run that other running back more than Saquon. I don't want Saquon to get hurt. But Breida played well, too. He ran. And I'm telling you, I saw a lot of good blocking, Byron. I don't know about you, but I did see a lot of good blocking Sunday. Now, it may have been just because it's against, the Colts. I don't know how good their defense is. I know their offensive line is good. But, But the other side of me is, get that first series and try to continue with the momentum, right? With the way they were playing. That's the only thing. I hate losing rhythm. This is the first game I think all season we put up 31 points. Now, if you take away
38, man, come on.
38, all right, 38 points.
Give us all the points, all of it.
If you take the pick six, Kevin, what happened? You have a bad hair day? Okay.
No, I got some of the oven.
if we got that's
live.
You can walk away. If let us know what's in the oven though. Shoot, what I was gonna say, if you take the pick six away, then it's 31 points. So they put up some good points, right? So and they were playing well. So I just, it's like kind of that catch-22. And I want them to play long. I'm agreeing with everybody, but I also kind of want them to keep that offensive momentum going. That's all. Right now, Byron, who came back from the line that made a difference? Feliciano?
No, they've been pretty consistent.
Orlando Feliciano was out. And he came back.
What's his name again?
Orlando Feliciano, is it?
It's John, man. Come on, man. Keep messing guys' name up.
John Feliciano?
Yeah, John.
It's Feliciano. I'm lying.
Go ahead. Everybody's name.
Everybody's either Orlando or Hector.
Whatever, man. They've been rotating one. They've been rotating the one guard spot with Rita and Gates. So that's work. It seems like Evan Neal's playing a lot better than he was because he was his turnstile out there before. He was awful. And Andrew Thomas is Andrew Thomas, even though he did get screwed with the All-Pro team, which he should be. But it is what it is. But the line has been playing a lot better. It seems like they made it like a lot simpler what they're running. They run a lot of power up the middle. As far as double teaming up and is working so far. And they've been able to get the corner because Bellinger came back to tight end. To be able to block.
I like him.
What, Bellinger?
Dude, yes, I like him. I know you like him, and you've always heard me say. And Aaron, you've heard me several times. You've been on the show, Kevin. I'm sure if you've listened to the show, you heard me. Giants win when they utilize tight ends. I am telling you now, there's not a Super Bowl. There's not a time when they win that they didn't utilize the tight ends from receiving.
Blocking.
Period. Now, of course, the blocking you kind of take for normal, right? But you don't have they're tight. It doesn't have to be the Kelseys or the Kittles, but they need that tight end getting that piece in, right? Once that tight end can get in, now we got some danger. So I like Bellinger. All right, so I think we're all on the same page with that. So again, it is a must-win for Philly. And I don't see why Philly wouldn't, because they got a good team. It's just Jalen's got to get a couple reps, and then he's got to be protected. Let me tell you, Thibodeau has been doing a good job too, Byron. He's starting to pick it up, so maybe they're doing something for him, moving him around. I don't know.
Well, they're a little pissed at him up here because of what he did. After he sacked Foles and did the snow angel thing on the ground and didn't realize allegedly he didn't realize he was laying there, next to him, even though as his arm was going up, he was hitting the guy.
Hitting who?
Foles, when he knocked Foles out the game.
But he didn't knock Knowles out of the game by doing the angel thing.
No. He come on, man. Did you watch the game, man? He blasted him in the back, and the guy's ribs got hurt. Mm-hmm. And then he was laying there in pain, and then Thibodeau rolled over his back and started doing the snow angel thing with the guy laying right next to him on the field.
Wow. So he didn't
bad optics.
It looks bad. It really did look bad.
Yeah, it looked bad, but he didn't. He didn't. It looked.
And then, it also didn't help when he went to the sideline and he did this. So he knew. He knew what he did. He knew.
That was there. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know. Bottom line is I need that guy to play good. So whatever he does, he does. And Nick Foles, unfortunately, probably shouldn't have been there because he's been looking bad for 3 weeks. So all right, let's move forward to all right.
Victor, wait a minute. Wait. We have two guys that have quarterback situations going on. We got this is gonna be.
I'm going right at Aaron right now because I talked about this, and then we're gonna come back to Philly and
Whoa. Let's go to the Miami guy first.
Nah, we can't. We gotta stay in
We're gonna go to Miami guy first.
No.
I don't know what to say.
I ain't gonna go Miami guy first.
I don't know what to say. Suit up, coach. Put me in.
They're on the 7th string quarterback, so let's wait on that. I want to go back to what I said last.
7th string.
Yeah. I think they called me to play, and I can't play quarterback. Aaron, all right. Last week, I don't know if you heard our show last week, okay? But you've heard and you know how I feel about Heineke. By the way, Kevin left because he's cooking. So you know how I feel about Heineke, okay? When Carson Wentz was named the starter, Byron, remember this conversation? Why? Because they're kind of flatlined. Who cares? Who cares? Okay, there is nothing. He right off the bat, he ended up with 3 interceptions. He had 2
touchdowns,
2 interceptions when I started the piece. Okay, he only put up, I think, 10 points. And I don't care what you're paying him. I can't believe that's a Ron Rivera call. That had to come from somewhere else. Number one. Number two, Heineke wouldn't have done any worse. Than that. And I keep going back, Aaron, to you now. What is the problem? Why aren't they? Give it this.
The owner. I
oh my God! I'm so disgusted with that deal. It's not even funny.
I've been pissed since day one. I as soon as I saw Wentz got the start, I messaged Ray and I used my term that I call Wentz, and it's just bum, and then I throw an explicit term in there and label it Wentz. I was baffled by that decision. One, I already knew exactly what was going to happen. It was going to turn out just exactly as it did. I don't think that was a Ron Rivera move. I think even though Snyder is claiming he's stepped away, I think he's doing stuff behind the scenes that is affecting the team. And whether Rivera may not be able to say anything, or he may just not want to start dragging that dirt in there, especially with all the nonsense on the off the field stuff. But I hope that Heineke was pissed because he deserved it. He should have been pissed off with that decision. There was no reason to put Wentz in there. I don't care about that he was healthy. We all know, anybody that has watched Wentz knows that was the performance we were going to get out of him. I don't know why they signed him. I don't think there's no part of me that believes that Rivera had any say in that one. It's like watching when Washington picked up Donovan McNabb from the Eagles and watching that whole fiasco because the coach didn't have a say in that one either.
Don't do that. Listen to me. I like Donovan McNabb.
I understand that.
Put Carson. Do not. I like you.
No. I'm not saying.
I like that you're on my show.
No. Tell his career, man.
I am not.
Hold on. It's my show. Stop. So Clay, I'm going Stephen A on you. Okay. Do not put my man McNabb in the same sentence as Carson Wentz. You want to put Ryan Leaf and Carson Wentz? Sure, not a problem. Do not put McNabb in the same sentence with Carson Wentz. In my opinion, Carson Wentz.
Why not?
Why not what?
Why not? Put them in the same boat. Neither one of them really won anything. Wentz got hurt, and McNabb went to the Super Bowl, threw up all over the field. So
how many times did he go to the NFC? In Philly, man, your neighbors come at you with pitchforks. Philly, go after him. Donovan McNabb to me was a player, right? He was a good quarterback. Period. That's it. They did him wrong the way they did.
Never won a Super Bowl. That's right?
It. He went to the Super Bowl, never won the Super Bowl, but he went there once, just like Dan Marino.
Good player.
Just like Dan Marino. Just like Dan Marino.
Good player. Just like Dan Marino. Good player.
Just like Dan Marino. Good player. Never went to the Super Bowl. So anyhow, that's the deal. So I just think we're on the same page. Just don't put him in the same name. I think Carson Wentz is done. I think his career is over right now.
He's third string at best.
Nobody's going to pay him the money. He's going to keep getting.
No,
paid.
I know that. He's effectively. He may as well just hang his cleats up and retire at this point. He's not going to. He's going to try to get a job. Somebody, and I'm sure nobody's going to. You don't think there'll be anybody stupid enough to go after him?
Byron, what do you think? Because he went to the Colts with his own guy and flamed out. Then he went to Washington, flamed out with $174 million contract or something like that. Yeah, I mean, he's
That's the
got
type of deal he
paid.
got.
That's some serious cash. Byron?
There's plenty of other teams, like 12 teams that are probably going to be looking at quarterbacks. So he's going to get a job somewhere, Carolina, Houston, he'll be a stopgap quarterback for
That's
the
just
next
dumb.
time.
That's
But
dumb.
If Chase, what's that kid's name? Chase Daniels, is that his name? Chase Daniels?
Oh, from
He still got a job. You got guys. Nick Foles. Nick Foles has a job. How's Nick Foles still got a
He
job?
won a Super Bowl.
Oh, wow. Brad Johnson won a Super Bowl too. How'd that work out?
It doesn't matter. But Brad Johnson, he won a Super Bowl. You're right. But they weren't paying him Carson Wentz money.
Trent Dilfer, he won a Super Bowl. How'd that work out?
They weren't paying him Carson Wentz money.
Wentz is going to get a job in the NFL.
Okay, did Carson Wentz win a Super Bowl?
No.
Okay, great. Every team he's went to has done a good job.
Yes.
No, he won. He was on the team when he won the Super Bowl. He was in the Super Bowl quarterback, but he's being paid as a starting. What does he want to? I don't even want to talk about this guy. Back to Heinicke. We're on the same page. I feel bad for Heinicke. I think he should continue there, get rid of that contract, rebuild, help out Washington. I'm sad. I wanted all the NFC East teams in the playoffs.
I did too.
Historical for the NFL, from being the worst division in the conference to having every team in the playoffs. To me, it was impressive. Kevin?
Well, two things.
Yes.
With Aaron. You have Sam, what's his name? Sam Howell.
Howell.
Play.
Yeah.
He wasn't bad at North Carolina. And
he was pretty good.
Yeah. And the second thing is, do you think if they get a new ownership group, that Ron Rivera is going to survive? Or
I do. I don't think that they will get rid of him. Anybody that's interested in Washington knows the history of the coaching carousel. It's about as good as the quarterback carousel that we've had. The longest head coach that we've had since Gibbs' first stint was Norv Turner, and that's not really saying much. I'm being for real with that. That's not saying much that Norv Turner was the longest head coach that we've had in recent memory. But I don't see them getting rid of Rivera. He's a good coach. He's just got a raw deal with dealing with the circus that's called the ownership. And I think that hopefully will get squared away over the summer, and we can start to get that ship turned around. Because I wasn't expecting the record that they have this year. That Rivera, even with everything going on off the field, Rivera was still able to put together we didn't make the playoffs, but he still put together a season that I wasn't expecting. We came close one game to making the playoffs, which I didn't call that one either, but I think he'll be fine. I think he's going to be the coach next year. Regardless of what
the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Okay, stop.
They
were terrible. They shouldn't even have been in the playoffs, and he turned that team around, man. He did a hell of a job, Rivera. Hell of a job. In my opinion, there's no reason you get rid of that. The organization has been bad for a long time.
But if you have a new ownership group come in, are they going to want him to be the guy, or just go, gets kind of like,
I don't know, Byron. I can't answer that question. The question has for us is, at least for Aaron and myself, and we need Kevin to answer. We haven't given him a chance. Is the fact that if you're a new owner and you see this guy turn a team that was terrible in the beginning of the season and then made the playoffs at one time, and then I was about to make the playoffs again, and then someone made a decision to put idiot Wentz in, which then affected the entire playoff system, because Washington's loss changed the game for the entire playoff system. Kevin, I'm going to give you that opportunity.
Well, it depends on, you got a big name out there, Sean Payton. And like you say, your new ownership group come in. They want to make a splash. They want, excuse my language, they want butts in the seats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's going to be,
Washington don't have a problem. Washington sells out. Boston, it's not easy to get tickets there.
Yeah, but
they're not the. I'm sorry, they're not the Dolphins.
There you go. We sell out. We sell out every year.
No, you don't.
Oh, yes, we do. No, bro, I'm a season ticket holder. I know we sell out every single year. No. We've had some bad times.
Bro, I live here. You don't get blacked out for no reason.
They don't even do blackouts anymore.
Yeah, they do.
still do blackouts?
Yeah, you guys get blackouts. You're in the stadium. You're in the
Maybe I'm at the stadium. I
You're
don't
in the
know.
stadium.
I haven't seen a blackout in the last many
Because
years.
someone goes and has to buy up the rest of the seats. Yeah, nah, y'all don't sell out. You see, I can walk up and get a freaking club level seat for face value. Try that at Washington.
No, Washington. Well,
it ain't gonna happen. So
we're talking about the new ownership coming in.
Yeah,
and they're gonna want to do the things their way.
Yeah. So look,
he's a good
thing I say about Sean.
Yeah,
I just say Sean Payton won't go there. That'll be a bad move for him.
Why not? Why not? He'll be familiar with. He coached at Dallas. Why wouldn't it be?
We have the same conversation all the time.
I'm just saying, why wouldn't it be?
That is why. Why do you just like to argue with me? Why? Just argue. I don't get it. No, that's a terrible job for him.
How's it?
Who do you suggest he goes to?
What
team are you suggesting that he goes to?
If I was Sean, the number one team, if I'm Sean Payton, is Chargers. That's the team I go to.
That guy,
Chargers winning. Why would they get rid of him?
Why would he go there?
Dude, listen to me. First of all,
so same scenario. You could give me with Washington.
What's that?
The ownership wants that guy.
Wait, what, I'm sorry. Say that again.
You giving me the same scenario as Washington. Ownership is going to pick who they want to fit what they want, done. So
no,
you're saying San Diego, who's a playoff team who had a bad record and came up and moved up the ranks, they're just going to get rid of him for Sean Payton.
Yeah.
So, ownership, right?
Yeah. But you also forgot this one part.
No, Kevin. Let me answer your question. Okay, the difference is that you got Sean Payton, who's a phenomenal coach with a bona fide superstar young quarterback, right? And a really good defense. That is a good mix for a great coach. That coach they have is terrible. He will be fired in the next 3 years, if not sooner. Mark my words. And then
Payton won't wait 3 years.
No.
That's not what I said. I said the coach for the Chargers will be fired in 3 years.
No, he won't.
Okay.
In 3 years.
In 3 years, you're saying Sean Payton.
If he's not fired,
they got to fire him this year.
I'm just saying that's the best. You asked me the best. You asked me where would he go? The best position for me. That's all that was answered. My best position would be there. He's got to go to some place. Dallas would be terrible for him because of the ownership, right? Washington's bad for him because he's got to rebuild. He's got to get a quarterback. It's too much work for a coach that good to want to go there. It's got to be someone that's willing to go there. That like a Schaub from Buffalo that's coming from somewhere else. You know what I mean? Someone that.
What about Tampa?
But what do you mean, Tim?
For Sean Payton to go to Tampa.
The problem is, who's the quarterback, right?
If Brady comes back,
Payton's a quarterback guy. Brady, I don't know if he's going to want to deal with that short term.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't tell you, but we'll get off.
Let's answer this.
Yeah.
The big here. Any team he has to go to gets a Payton. They have to compensate the Saints. Any team that he goes to. They have to give up something. And then if John Gruden was worth 3 number 1 picks, or Bill Parcells was another one, Bill Belichick, what do you have to get? What are you gonna have to give up to get Sean Payton? 2 1s, 2 4. You gotta give him. It's a lot.
Let's have another let's have a cast on Sean Payton. But right now, let's keep going. The question was, where would I go? That's where I would go. And Kevin, the reason I have such a distaste for the Chargers coach is because last year, that decision to go for it a 4th down on the 20-yard line in a game that you didn't even need to win, you just needed it to tie, and you would have had that quarterback in a playoff, which would have been his 2nd playoff this year, and now it's his 1st. That was it for me. Okay, there was no reason to go further. That play alone, for me, I would have fired that guy right then and there. They played terrible this year and then made a turnaround. You have a bona fide superstar quarterback. He has the most yards than any quarterback in his first 3 years in the NFL. So there's no confusion. You got a great quarterback, right? But you better put some stuff behind him. It's no different than Marino, okay? Marino's 17 years. My hard thing is like in living down here for 20-something years, I like the Dolphins. How can you have such a great quarterback and not build something again around that guy? right? I mean, what happened, right? So that's a different story. Here, you got this kid's a bona fide superstar. That's my feeling behind that. That's it. That's the only reason is because I say 3 years. I'm not saying 3 years. I'm saying he could be fired next year. He could be fired the year after. He could be fired 2 years. He could be fired mid-season. I don't know. But he's gonna fire him. Okay. So that's where my question there. And I think Ron Rivera, yes, they could pick him. Should they keep him? I think they should keep Ron Rivera. If they make a change, they make a change. We go from there. I'm just trying to answer the questions. Byron, you're adding more mix with the picks and all that. I mean,
that's a part of it. That's part of it.
I understand that, but we're trying to. I like answering one question at a time. Bottom line, what the question was, if it's new ownership, do you get rid of the coach? That was it. It wasn't like, what are you giving up? How much you gonna have to pay him? It wasn't all that. It was just
it's part of it. Yes, it is.
It's just answering that question. Would you do it? Then here's the other decisions, right? Then you got other decisions made. So let's move on from there. Any thoughts on Heineke and Wentz, Kevin? Kev?
I'll say again.
Any thoughts on Heineke and Wentz Commanders, or you don't follow those guys so much?
No.
Okay.
Wait a minute, Victor.
Yeah.
We got a Miami Dolphin guy. We got to beat him upside.
We're coming now. We're coming now.
Come on, man.
There we go.
I'm sharpening up my pencils and stuff, man. Come on, man.
I got you, but I had to, get with Aaron, and I knew Aaron. I wish Aaron was on last week because we were on this. I freaked out when I heard about Wentz, and I had to address that because we first talked about the NFC East, and this is the NFC East. So here, I wanted to address it with a Commander fan because he's as passionate and upset that I am, and I'm not even a Commander fan. So that's all I want to address. Now, let's move to, okay, just so you know, the word fragile is Byron's word for fragile NFL players.
And for Tua,
so he has Tua's name as Tua Fragile Tunga Viola. Okay?
Right.
And you could have had Justin Herbert, and you guys picked Tua. And my boy Flores did not want Tua.
No, he wanted Herbert.
Yeah. He wanted Herbert.
That's a fact. Fact.
So go ahead, Byron. I'm going to give you the start.
I'm going to give him an easy one. Who's going to be the starting quarterback this week?
They just named him.
Oh.
Something like 7th string quarterback.
19. I forgot his name.
I think he was working at like you.
Third string quarterback.
Put it this way: as long as Mike Glennon, did you guys sign Mike Glennon?
He's not the third string quarterback.
He was behind. You got Tua Teddy Bridgewater, and he was the third string quarterback.
And that was Skylar Thompson.
And then Skylar Thompson. Yeah, that's him.
Oh, I thought the third guy got hurt.
No.
Didn't you guys sign somebody else?
Glennon. Oh my God!
You got the neck from the Giants.
Horrible.
You got the neck.
Skeletor, right? That guy looks like Skeletor.
Real quick, at that point, Glennon, he's been in the league that long. Winston's gonna stay in the league that long because of his height and
but Glennon's neck is like this long.
Yeah. But Kevin, the only difference between
6'5", 6'2",
6'7". It's tall.
Hey, the only difference between, in my opinion, between Carson Wentz and the Lennons and the Colt McCoys and the Geno Smiths and so forth is that their salaries, you know what I mean? They're not at that level. Like he's making 24, 26 million a year, dude. Okay. So when you're like a Colt McCoy or Geno Smith, and you're not making that kind of money.
5-6 million a year.
Yeah, exactly. So it's easier to stay along.
Yeah.
Now, shoot, I'd stay forever. You pay me $5 million.
Exactly.
But it's kind of hard to go from 26 million down to 5 million.
Mike Glennon in his career has made $32 million.
In his career. How many years?
Straight garbage can, man.
Years. It's still 32 million. It's more than I got.
How many years?
He's been in the league about 12, 13 years.
Okay. Wentz makes it in 1 year.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's off of that deal that he signed when he was.
No, it's been every deal he signed. He's been over 20-something million, bro.
He won't make that. Once those deals are over with, he's going to be.
I think he's out.
Guy, the rest
he's out. It's just they're going to negotiate because he's still got the skill set and stuff, but it's going to be a difficult one. And sometimes that ego is difficult. You know what I'm saying? It just is. When you're making that kind of money to drop, it's hard mentally. It's very hard.
Glenn has been around 9 years.
Right.
9 years. Okay.
How long's Colt McCoy been around?
4 million.
Forever.
How long's Geno Smith been around?
Forever.
I mean, there's guys that come around. I forgot they were still in the league.
And guess what? They're getting paid regardless if they play or not.
No. God bless them. Look, if they can stick around and they go through all that stuff. But so now let's go to the Dolphins, right?
Go ahead.
All right. So I think Tyreek Hill made a bad mistake, and he made a bad bad comment too, that he left because he was targeted very little in VAR games. And when they did the statistics, he was totally wrong. He was targeted way more than he could have possibly even tried to state it. So I still think he's a phenomenal player. It's just that I think that was a bad move for him.
He went for the bag.
and then so man, the Dolphins looked good, and they looked good. And for the coach, a Yale coach, looking like he does.
I think he's overthinking. He's overthinking the offense. Like, some of those games, it was like, okay, you got a good running game going. Stick with it. He wants to be aggressive. You don't need to be aggressive. It's not a bad thing to check down. Everything doesn't have to be a 60-yard bomb to prove that you do have an arm and that you can get it down the field. Tom Brady was never a deep ball thrower. He could throw it deep, but Tom Brady killed you 10 yards, 15 yards, and they just dominate. You just don't have to. It's just frustrating, man. I feel like I'm in a twilight zone, man. We 8-3, and now we 8-8. Like come on. It's like, yeah. you can't. I don't know.
Get Byron, sharpen your pencil.
He looks like he's already been beat up enough, man. You figure you got two.
Hey, man, I tell you what, I'm a Dolphin fan to the end. So
no, and I know most Dolphin fans. No, you're a Dolphin fan to the end. Does that mean you stay through the whole game?
The whole game to the end.
Because
to the end,
most Dolphin fans leave by.
I know they do. I know we got fair weather fans.
Yeah,
we got fair weather.
Yeah, they do.
But I'm not one.
No. What do you think about the Dolphin situation and Tua? Aaron?
I feel bad for that kid because he's not going to be playing much longer if they can't protect him. He shouldn't have been put in. He's impressed me. I've not been a fan of him. I don't think the Dolphins should have drafted him. I think he was drafted way too high to begin with. I mean, coming off an injury, and now look at him. Now he's another injury-prone quarterback that they seem to have. So I don't know what else. I mean, I don't know if his contract's up soon, but they might want to start looking for somebody else. I don't think Teddy is the answer either. Unfortunately, I mean, he was going to be good, but Tua's I think he's injury prone now.
He's always been injury prone, even
he was injury prone in college.
So he's not a big dude at all.
No, he's little, and he's going to keep getting hurt if he doesn't get. He's got no protection apparently. With the amount of concussions he's had, he's going to be done way too early.
Yeah, but some of that may be. Go ahead,
Byron. Bouncing his head off the grass or whatever kind of field. That's what the ones I've seen. That's where it looks like it's what the field or whatever that keeps causing this.
Also, based on what Kevin said, if they're going deep, too many times, that's why Brady, some of those guys didn't get hurt a lot because they're doing quick, short passes. When you're going deep, you're giving more time for a lineman to get you. Or linebacker to get you. Come around. They're gonna get you, so you're gonna get hit. And it goes back to the size of the quarterback. When you're 6 foot tall and compared to a 6'5", right? You're getting hit, from your neck around here a lot more at 6 foot than you do at 6'5". And everybody's got to protect your legs, But man, Byron's 6'6", and when he played for Minnesota, I mean, he's a 6-foot guy. Most of Byron's body's hitting you.
Really?
When you're hitting a 6'5" guy, not all of his body's hitting you because he's coming a lot lower. Is that a fair statement?
No.
Okay, well, and then of course not.
Target area is much lower.
Me personally, the
Well,
problem
higher
I think
on
is that the receivers that the Dolphins have are smaller receivers, and they run a lot of crossing patterns coming across the middle. And if you got a 5'10" guy, Tyreek Hill coming across the middle, or Waddle's not that big either, coming across the middle, and get blown up. That's where it all comes in as far as them throwing shorter passes like Brady would do. Because Brady had like Amendola and Edelman and all these guys. Where they do all that work? Running across the middle. Then every now and then they would go.
But Edelman's a little guy.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, but he would go across the middle. He was, that was his thing. He knew he was going to get blown up. Is Tyreek Hill that kind of, a receiver that wants to run across the middle like that? Is Waddle that kind of guy that wants to run across the middle? If they don't want to do it, they can't run that kind of offense where Tua can get the ball out of his hands.
That's and they need a tight end too.
They got it though.
I like him. That's right. I like Gesicki. That's right. But
underuse him.
They don't use him enough. Yeah, I don't think they use him.
But he's gone after this year because his contract he's on the franchise tag this year. So
who is this?
The second.
Oh man, that means he's going to be a superstar.
Yeah, probably somewhere else.
Because usually it's like Dolphins in the minor leagues for the NFL. Once you leave there, you become really good.
Well, that's the Washington trade also.
No, it's predominantly the Dolphins. I'm telling you, it's predominantly the Dolphins, man. You leave the Dolphins, you become bona fide star somewhere else. Sometimes guys I don't even know.
Cut him loose.
Like having a good season, they go, he's a former Dolphin. I go, oh my God, I know one. That's hilarious. All right, so now Dallas has to win, right? Philly has to lose, and that's going to reverse the game, right? Philly needs that bye. Jalen needs to get his rest, and I think they're going to be dangerous. You got that. Let's go around where we're looking at. And again, I'm sorry about the Dolphins.
We're getting in the playoffs,
man. I thought you had. You know what's really bad about the Dolphins season, Kevin, for me is that where the season began, and right, Buffalo looked like incredible, unstoppable. As the season progressed, they didn't look as strong as they were initially, that everyone thought, and the way they were playing, which then gave more opportunity for the Dolphins, because we didn't think anything about the Jets and we didn't think the Patriots were going to do much. The Dolphins had its opportunity sitting there. Mm-hmm. Right? That's at least my opinion. Your thoughts?
One thing we haven't spoken about is the defense. I haven't seen our defense look that bad in a decade or more. I mean, the defense is horrible. They cannot get off the field. They cannot get off of the field. I don't know. I just don't get. I know the secondary is banged up. Jones is not there. We lost the starting strong safety. Xavier Howard's having an off year. But it's just I've never seen a Dolphin defense that bad. It's terrible, man.
What's up with Bradley Chubb? What happened to him?
He hurt his hand. He's injury prone too, from what I'm gathering. But he messed up his hand, and he's getting double teamed. But that doesn't stop superstars. Double teams.
Yeah, but what happens is that if the defense is doing bad and you're double teaming a superstar, then that's all you need to do, because the rest of the defense ain't playing. You know what I mean? It's like now you got a pop. Yeah. Right?
You got it. Oh, you really
and someone else has to step up. That's their opportunity to step up. If they're not doing it, then you can't blame that guy. He's double teaming, and just it is what it is, and it doesn't.
I'm blaming him. He makes too much money not to be blamed.
Yeah, you need the office. You need the offense also to help out.
Of course.
All right. So Byron, you want to pull up your NFL stuff because when I for the playoffs, because you said mine was all wrong last week. So
No, I'll let you do it. I'm not. No.
so you're gonna wait till I say something, and then you're gonna pull it up. Is that what you're gonna do, like you normally
Yes,
do?
I'll do that. Yep.
Okay. Welcome to the Jersey Boys Sports Talk, where Byron will deny the flex, and goes against everything I say when I'm on the show. When I happen to be doing something, I need a co-host. He'll say everything he agrees with. He's killing me. All right, so let's see what we got here. All right, so here Carson Wentz contract. Here you go. I just hold on. I was just looking this up just before. I don't know. I can't talk about it. Look at this. He agreed to a 4-year, $128 million deal with the Philadelphia Eagles, with more than 107 guaranteed, then remain, and then he's making Washington. At Washington, he's doing 28 million. He's averaging like 26 million for this guy.
Wow.
I had pulled this up earlier, so that's why I have that there. All right, so
Interesting.
I got it's terrible.
Wow.
That's just. I mean, I can be that bad, and you only got to pay me a couple million. All right, so let's go. All right, so we got in the AFC, we got the Chiefs. The Chiefs are good, man. Chiefs are good. You got the Chiefs number 1. You got the Bills number 2. Bengals, oh, by the way, Byron, don't forget we got some mentions we got to mention.
Right.
Prayers to the Bills player. That was crazy, Byron. He didn't even look like some triggered because he didn't make a hit that hard, and he didn't get hit that hard. So I mean, it just triggered something. Something must have been wrong either earlier or just something snapped.
All the cardiologists, what they've been saying, it was about that's just something that the heart was just aligned up with the heart and the hit at the same time, just to put it simple. That was just like that microsecond where that heart was pumping and he got hit at that time, and it just caused it to fizz out the way because he stood up for a couple seconds and then he fell back over. And that's what the doctors have been saying, that's probably what happened. It could have been like a concussion or whatever that had something to do with his heart, just the way his reaction with this poor kid.
Are they going to replay this game, or did you decided to just let it go?
I don't think they're going to replay it.
No, they're gonna let that one go.
All right, so we got the Bengals. The Bengals are looking good at number 3. The Bengals they're going to make a run. And then you got the Chargers at 5, and you got the Ravens at 6. So, Byron, what do you think about?
You skip one, man. You skip one.
I got 6 of them. I got
here. You got Kansas
Chiefs,
City,
Bills, Bengals, Chargers, and Ravens.
Titans and
Jacksonville. If they beat the Titans this weekend, it's 4 right now. We got the Chargers, Baltimore, and then New England sitting at 7 right now.
Yeah, so I didn't count 6 and 7.
Come on, don't skip Jacksonville. Come on.
No, I don't. But they ain't gonna do anything. But it's okay. So who do you think? Okay, so is Jacksonville coming out of the AFC?
They beat the Titans this weekend. Yes.
Are they going to make it to the championship?
No.
So then why bother? Why are you wasting my time?
Man, come on, man. The kid is a generational quarterback, man.
I like the kid. I like Trevor Lawrence. No, man, I like Trevor Lawrence. Sometimes, Byron, stay focused. Okay, we got the Chiefs, Bills. We got the Chiefs. In my opinion, it's the Chiefs, Bills, and Bengals. Those are the 3 to discuss. That's going to come out of the AFC.
Okay, all right.
Dad, you tell me if you have a different.
You want to pick for me? Go ahead, man.
I didn't pick for you. I was me.
I'm saying Jacksonville, but go ahead.
Out of the AFC?
Yes.
Okay. Aaron, you heard that?
Yes.
Okay, wait a second. Santiago, it is 9:03. It's the end of the show. I need this clip right now. I want this clip. Say it again, Byron. Say it again, Byron.
I said Jacksonville Jaguars are going to come out of the AFC.
Okay. Anybody else want to continue laughing? There you go. There's a laugh there. Come on, give me a big laugh, Aaron. Okay, Aaron. Okay, look, let's just make this easy.
That's sarcastic.
Do a thumbs up. If you disagree, do thumbs down. I'm gonna go first. I can't see your hand. I can't see your thumb. There you go.
Sorry.
Okay.
I did the John McCain.
All right, great. All right, so now that Byron's just throwing something just to mess stuff up, Aaron, AFC.
I got to go with the same. Agree with you on that one. Chiefs, Bills, Bengals. I'm sorry, I don't see the Jaguars make.
We already dumped down. Don't even get to
Dump that one. I'm amazed. Hell, I'm amazed the Ravens somehow squeaked in, but they're not going anywhere. I think it's going to come down to those top three teams.
Yeah, and if I had to put them in order, I would probably put Chiefs, Bengals, and then Bills.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Kevin?
I'm taking Kansas City to win it all.
Yeah. To win it all. Super Bowl
Win it
two.
all. Win it
Yeah.
all.
They do look good. I'm gonna tell you, they look good. It's just that Burrow kid, man. He's hard to,
suspect, Kansas City.
Burrow's hard to count out. You know what I mean?
Better have a running game.
But the
keep
Chiefs
them off
look,
the field. Kansas City.
the Chiefs look good. The Chiefs do look good. There's no confusion.
That's a suspect.
Yeah.
No,
okay.
you gotta keep that offense out the field. You better have a good running game.
You're coming from the Jaguar selection, so
You gotta
just remember who's
that
talking.
offense get on the field. They're gonna
Remember, don't go into Byron's spider trap. Okay, he's Jacksonville.
Trying to suck me in.
Don't let him. He's reeling you in.
Okay.
Don't do it. When you hear me cutting to the next take, do not let Byron reel you in. This is what he's doing. He's really
Lawrence.
Yeah. Okay.
Talent.
All right. So we got the NFC. NFC's tough now. That's gonna be harder. You got the Eagles, one right now, 49ers, Vikings, Buccaneers, Cowboys, Giants. You got the Seahawks, and then it's either gonna be Detroit or the Packers, which I don't really care about. I don't want the Packers in at all. My disdain for Aaron Rodgers for this last couple of years has been big. So
Don't get me started on that bum.
Yeah. And then so out of the NFC, right? All right, Byron, since you got the ridiculous Jacksonville, let's go with your NFC.
Well, that was ridiculous now. Come on, man.
Bro, it's not even ridiculous. Give me another synonym for ridiculous. Someone look that up. You got a computer next to you? Give me ridiculous. Oh, there's a show called Ridiculousness. That's one. What else?
Yeah, my picture's right next to it, but go ahead.
Your picture's right next to who?
Ridiculousness.
Yes, it's a big head picture right there. Ridiculousness. Okay, so go ahead. Kevin, I'll let you go first. NFC. How do you see, what do you think of the three top teams competing? In fact, I think there's more than three. I think AFC has a legitimate three. I think NFC probably has more, but you tell me what you picked. You want me to give you the names again?
I give it San Francisco. I'm gonna say they're going to the Super Bowl because of that defense. That defense is ridiculous.
Interesting. So they got Kansas City,
Philly, and Dallas.
You have Kansas City and the 49ers in the Super Bowl, and Kansas City winning. And then you have the top three teams in there. You have Dallas and Eagles, which is, I'm surprised you even picked Dallas, but okay. And I'll tell you why in a second. Aaron,
Mika.
I'll tell you, you can Mika all you want. I'm gonna tell you where you're gonna Mika. You're gonna Mika your way too.
Mika's gonna meet Byron Jones. What's his name? Jones. I don't know his first name. Sorry, Matt. What's his name? Matt.
Daniel.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Aaron.
I'm gonna put 49ers at the top with the Eagles and the Vikings. And I'll put the Giants in at the fourth slot. No one cares about Dallas, so they're not worth my time. I'm torn with the Vikings, but I think the Niners got it to go all the way, but not against the Chiefs. I think it's going to be a Niners-Bengals Super Bowl.
Wait, I'm confused. You said not against the Chiefs, then you said it's going to be a Niners-Bengals Super Bowl.
Yeah, because I picked the Chiefs at the top. I still think, but I think the Super Bowl. I never said my pick for NFC or AFC winner. I think the Bengals will win it, get to the Super Bowl, and face the Niners. I think the Niners can come out on top all the way. with
Okay.
that defense. The Vikings, they're going to get to the playoffs, but they're going to get knocked out. That luck that they've had all season long, I'm sorry, is
Telling
what
me
it is.
they kicked a 61-yard field goal against the Giants. 61 yards, and he had 5 more yards to go.
I don't know how to. The Vikings have just been lucky all season. You can't win by just wait until the second half to come back and turn it around.
I don't think, in my opinion, in sports, when a team is like that, I don't think it's luck anymore. I just think it's the winningness aura is with them, right? It's just that things go right. Luck is once in a while when you're winning on 61-yard field goals and doing different things and so forth. You're just winning. Everything's clicking.
Right.
But it's weird. I'm like you. It's almost like they win and I'm still not confident with them. It's like inside me, there's a Minnesota non-confidence there. I don't know what it is, but
yeah.
But for me, and then I'll let Byron go see where he's at. Listen to me. First of all, the reason why I tell you, Kevin, about the Cowboys, because no matter what, they're gonna be one and done. If they get one and done, if they win a game, they're gonna only win one. They may not even win one, and that's been historical. And last year, I thought they were a better team than they are this year, and they were one and done. Okay, so Cowboys for me, I don't see them really going anywhere. I do think the 49ers is that program is tough. If Philadelphia is healthy, they're tough. I mean, they've proven it. They're tough. We don't know what Jalen Hurts we're going to get out of there. But I like the Eagles out of there. I like the 49ers. I can't dismiss the Vikings, so I got to have them there. And listen, I never count on my boy Brady. He's got a center coming back. Hopefully, they may be signing Gronk back. They're playing some pretty good football right now, so we'll see what happens. So I picked the tough teams there. Going to be the Eagles, 49ers, Vikings, and the Buccaneers. If the Giants, for me, I would love to see them make a run. You never know. We just got something about us once we get into the playoffs, but I just think we got a little bit more seasoning to do. But if they play like they did against the Colts, but then it was against the Colts, so it's really hard. But those are the 4 teams. And then coming out of the NFC, if it's a healthy Eagle team, I would pick Eagles, because I don't like picking based on ifs. For me, I see the 49ers getting to the Super Bowl out of the NFC, playing against. Man, I hate going against Burrow, but I think the Chiefs are going to be there. So I think it'll be 49ers and Chiefs. And I think the Chiefs, I can't even tell who's going to take it. We'll see what happens there. And I'll pick it later. Byron, go ahead, Byron. Who are you going to pick? I know Byron's going to pick. Byron's going to pick the Seahawks.
No, I ain't gonna pick the Seahawks. Come on,
the Seahawks or Detroit Lions.
I thought about the Detroit Lions
and the Detroit Lions in the Super Bowl.
But I'm gonna be a true blue guy. I'm gonna go with my team, the New York Football Giants, making it to the Super Bowl. They're gonna shock the world, and it's gonna be a New York Giants versus the Jacksonville Jaguars Super Bowl. And Tom Coughlin is not gonna know which side that he wants to be with. Jacksonville, New York.
Okay, guys. Give it to me. First of all, I look what I'm wearing. For me, I'd be happy. I'd be super, super happy. I don't know. My light is going really dark here.
You're a traitor, man. Come on, man. Come back. Step back into the light.
Has nothing to do with being a traitor.
Step into the light, man. Stick with the true blue.
Dude,
we're gonna go on a run, man. We're gonna knock off people, on their home fields, man.
Oh my God!
I made him believe you got so upset.
Oh my God, Byron! I don't even know what's. You got apple juice? You drinking? John sent you some apple juice?
I don't drink anything.
Okay,
Nope.
listen to me. Hey, look, I'm a fan. I'm a major Giant fan.
No, you're not.
But Byron, our fan base still doesn't know what team is yours.
I have just affirmed right now that I have a New York
Okay,
All right, man.
guys.
Giants, Jacksonville Jaguars.
I got you. You didn't affirm anything because the fact that you picked, and I'll ask our host, our guests. Okay, the fact that you picked Jacksonville reduces your credibility of picking the Giants.
Why? Why not?
If you would have picked Kansas City or the Bengals, then I think I'd give you more credence. What do you think about that? What do you think about that, Aaron? Not the fact that he's a fan or anything, but do you agree that him picking the Jacksonville Jaguars, any pick after that is kind of watered down? Is that a fair?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh,
Kevin.
whoa.
Sure.
Oh man, you guys are haters, man. Stop being haters.
You're being roasted, bro. You just like you made the ridiculousness of the Jacksonville Jaguars making it to the Super Bowl.
Man.
Don't believe it in his heart.
You know,
When they sit there and they shock the world, man, I don't want to hear nothing from any of you. I don't want to hear it.
No. You're going to hear from us.
Be the first
Okay?
one to apologize.
I will too. Except for Santiago.
It's
You
like
heard
another
what he
Super
said.
Bowl in Jacksonville. That's not gonna happen.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
I can't even. Okay, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. I knew he was gonna pick. Hey, the fact that he picked the Giants, I'm happy. I thought he picked Detroit. All right, gentlemen. Hey, listen, I wanted to thank you for joining us. Happy New Year. I hope you had a great holiday.
Happy New Year.
I do want to make a couple things. We had a in our hometown. Byron and I are both from Perth Amboy, New Jersey. Shout out to Perth Amboy and the Panthers and our fans. About Mr. Gatiss, Mr. Robert Gatiss, Senior, passed away at 88 on January 1st. The Gatiss family. He was a teacher at our high school. His sons played with Byron. I'm friends with all his sons. The whole family, they're generational. We come from a small town. Like the Gatisses, I have a line of athletes coming from there. And he passed away at 88. He lived a long life, but it's still hard. Feels like you're getting older. He was always a great man. He was back when they had driver's education. He was a driver's ed teacher.
And you rode all over the place, all 440.
That was not only that. I was one of his favorites. That he kept me in the class like an extended period of time. So me and Mr. Gatiss were super cool. Great man, great family. My condolences to the Gatiss family. Ricky and Bobby Gatiss. What's that?
Military veteran too.
He's a military veteran. It's just always sad, my dad's 88, so it's kind of always scary. So we want to, condolences to the Gatiss family out there. I think that was it, and prayers for the Buffalo player out there, and prayers for everybody that they're going through some tough times and things that are going to happen. So we want to make a mention, anytime something like that happens, and it's tough to start the new year that way. You know what I mean? Losing a loved one. So I want to be again sorry to the Gatiss family, and our prayers are with you and their family. They're all really, really good family. He was phenomenal man. I'd like to, Aaron, how can our guests reach you? And you want to tell a little bit about your show?
Guys can reach me at one sports talk 101 at gmail.com. I can't remember Twitter account, but I have
vet clouding.
You can use Vet Cloud Gaming. That one is an easy one. I'm on that all the time as well. I have a sports talk show every Tuesday night, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central. And then we talk pretty much all sports, mostly NFL football. I just labeled it sports talk because I couldn't come up with anything else, to be honest. And then it gives me the ability to ramble on about every other type of sport, but we mostly focus on NFL football. My co-host Ray Sherrod is a Bay Area guy, so he's a 49ers fan, and I never heard the end of it after Washington lost that game. But yeah, you guys can find me there every Tuesday night, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central.
Awesome. Kevin, Thank you for joining our show. You're always welcome. And we like having Dolphin fans because we always got something to say. Always got something to say about Dolphins, and our friends are Jets fans. So we're always messing with the Jets too.
Oh yeah.
Kevin,
Appreciate the invite.
Yeah, no, you're always welcome.
You can find me at on my email, kevin1987@gmail.com. Not a big Facebooker or Instagrammer or anything like that. So
all right,
that's the way you can find me.
Well, he's a true blue Dolphin fan.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And one side note, I just got an alert from ESPN. They canceled the Bengals Bills game, so it's canceled.
Yeah,
So,
there's no reason to play that game, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? There was nothing on the line for that. And yes, sir.
You forgot one thing: Georgia TCU Monday.
Oh yeah, you had a few things that you had text me. So talk to me. Yeah. Oh, I wanted to talk about that. If you guys, I forgot about that here. Well, Byron, you're still technology challenged. So I have to go to your texts to figure out what the heck you wanted to talk about. Wins, matchup, are the starters playing? We talked about that. DeMar Hamlin update. He's getting better. We talked about that, and bless him. TCU versus Georgia. All right, so let me make a comment on that.
Make it quick.
Okay. I am. I'm going to try. I'm still in shock with Jacksonville. Let me tell you something. I was gonna eat my words because I still didn't think that the 4-team championship playoff was going to be still good, because I think it's the last two teams, the third and fourth team. I never think they have it fully right. So I thought it was going to be exactly like it was last year, meaning the third and fourth team were going to get blown out. And to my surprise, they were really good games, and those guys played well. So, I got to give credit where credit is due. They played well, number one. Number two, so that means the 12 playoff team that's coming off next year is going to be even better, right? So I'm excited about that. Shout out to TCU. Wow, they played a phenomenal game. Shout out to my Georgia Bulldogs, because they pulled off a win. And man, it was dangerous. I think it's going to be Monday. So, watch that game. I
want to know who you got, man. Figure all that out.
Georgia.
Who? Georgia.
Yep.
Okay.
No doubt. Georgia's going to win it again. Aaron, who do you got? I don't know if you're
Georgia.
Kevin.
My team's not in it, but I'm going Georgia.
Georgia.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm going with? Them Horned Frogs, man. TCU.
You going TCU?
He's going with TCU. He thought he was hoping Jackson State would made it, but he would go for them. But now
Colorado next year.
Colorado. Yeah, let's get into that. We got a lot of comments on that one. I thought it was great. I still believe Georgia's going to win. We'll see how much they win by. If it's a close game, then they did a good job this year selecting those 4 teams. And let me tell you something. Alabama wasn't winning heavy in the early, and if Alabama didn't win big, Saban would have been eating his words. That's all I got to say. TCU. We'll see what happens there. Well, all right. Well, gentlemen, thank you for joining our show. You're always welcome. Aaron, really glad that you came. Kevin, I'm glad that you came. Aaron, I wanted you from the NFC, and I don't want to hear you. I wanted to hear about the Wentz situation in Washington. And man, we could have had all 4 teams. We went from least to the beast.
It'll be next year. Next year we'll have all 4 teams.
Yeah.
Well,
there you go.
Yep. After the Giants beat the Jacksonville Jaguars this year. Oh my God!
Super Bowl champion New York Football Giants.
I'd be happy with that. I don't think they'll be playing Jacksonville. So, gentlemen, thank you very much. And we're going to end our show because we ran it a little bit late. But remember, to Santiago at like 9:04. Please get that clip of Jacksonville for Byron, because I'm done with this year. There will be no deny, deflect, whatever Byron says. He doesn't think he doesn't believe that these are recorded and say it's for life. I don't know what the deal is. All right, well, gentlemen, God bless your families. To a prosperous 2023. Prayers and blessings to all of you. Prayers to our soldiers, to our first responders, just kindness and happiness is my goal this year. let's enjoy the rest of the football season. All right, you have a good night. God bless.
All right.
And Jersey Boy Sports Talk. Don't forget next Thursday. What time?
8
Aaron.
p.m.
8 o'clock, man.
Okay.
8
Byron.
o'clock.
I tweet Aaron. Okay, you want to join today our show? Sure. Guess what he asked me?
Time.
What time?
Yeah. Hey,
He's on the same
def-
network. We've been doing this for. I started laughing. Are you for real? I'm
in my defense, I get people asking stuff. That's just the first thing I type, regardless. It's what time. It's just the default
my
Control V
God.
thing.
I almost fell off my chair because you know how many times people tell Byron it's on my screen thing. I mean, it's 8 p.m. For 3 years they go, man.
Well, remember,
when's the show?
And I'm in the Midwest right now. For now, I'll be in
All right.
North Carolina in June.
And Kevin, are you in Florida? Oh
Yeah,
you go to
Miramar.
Florida. Oh, you're in
Miramar.
Miramar. Oh, okay, good.
Miramar.
I'm out by I'm in Fort Lauderdale now. I used to be up
I'll-
I was in Pembroke Pines.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll be moving to Greensboro, North Carolina in June.
Are you really?
Yeah,
From where?
Minnesota.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, a lot better move.
Yes, I know.
I don't know how the hell I don't know how people live in the Gulf. I just don't get it.
I don't have my wife. My wife made that decision. I made the decision to move. So
Everybody's not soft like you, Victor, when it comes to cold.
No. Minnesota is not soft cold. That's cold.
no,
cold.
that yeah.
I've been there. I know how cold it gets.
Oh,
Trust
you
me.
played there. That's right. It's cold. That's cool.
It's
Yeah,
no
but you
cold.
played in the dome. You played in the dome.
Bob, you had to be outside. You had to walk outside to get to
You
it.
still
though.
played in the dome, so I don't
But
want to
you
hear
had
that
to walk
crap.
outside
It's
to get to it.
cold in Minnesota. I got to start in Minnesota. Oh my God. I was there for a conference. I was like, why do people live here?
Right.
And I don't even understand why they have pools. I got a buddy of mine that's from Minnesota. Bro, I got a house. Oh, awesome, bro. We got a pool. I go, why? For like two months? Like, what pool for? So, anyways, that's pretty funny. Well, enjoy your move. God bless with the move, everybody. Kevin, you're more than welcome. At any time, and especially in the off season, let's see what happens with the Dolphins. Look, I tried to like the Dolphins. It's just they made so many bad decisions. I think they've made some good decisions over the last several years. So I'm very happy with that part. But prior to that, year after year was disappointing, man. And I just couldn't find myself to.
It's tough. It's tough being a Dolphin fan, but yeah.
Hey, once you are, you are. Hey, listen, it's been tough being a Giant fan for the last couple of years, right, Byron?
I'm a Washington fan.
Ride it out, man.
It's tough.
Enough said with that.
All righty. Good night, gentlemen. Don't forget next week, Thursday, 8 p.m. 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Jersey Boy Sports Talk signing off. Having lots of fun, enjoying, looking forward this year. Byron, our third year going into the playoffs. I think we're going to go and listen, hey, Aaron, what I want to do also during the playoffs if we can, if we do one of our restreams watching the show, I thought that was
definitely.
pretty cool because then we could do some more analysts as it's going on, right? And I love stating things, and then when the commentators come on, they say what I just said, and yet they don't pay me. I don't understand. They got
I don't either.
Someone got to hire
definitely.
me to do
We
something.
will definitely do that.
All right, sounds good. All right, God bless. Good night, gentlemen.
All right, good night.
Good night.
See you guys.